Hey, friends, welcome to Let's Talk Context Live, episode 18. My name is Ethleen, and I'm excited because July's almost over. Last week we talked about how the year's almost over, which is wonderful, great news, because this year has been madness. All right, so if you are interested, the Persuasive Writing course, our next cohort of students, will begin August 3rd. So that week, the Monday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you are interested in learning how to write well, specifically for business English, if you are looking to improve your business writing skills, update your grammar, and write to persuade and all of that, then I encourage you to go ahead and sign up for the course. It's a 6-week course. We meet for 2 hours a week. You learn grammar, we go through lessons, and it's a really fun course. So if you are trying to become a better writer, specifically in the business context, I highly encourage you to do it. Here's the thing, our word of the day, Speak, Write, Play word of the day contest. Today's word is technically. It's an adverb, and we use it to mean in a strict manner. So it's used to suggest that something is based on truth. We also use it in situations where we're trying to suggest that something could be misinterpreted. So if you are just joining us for the lives, we are doing a word of the day contest, and basically you are asked, if you'd like to participate, write a sentence using the word of the day. If you use the term correctly in your sentence for 10 live streams, for 10 episodes, from earlier this month until the end of September, then you will be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card, or the cash equivalent. The only catch is you cannot rely on Google or outside sources. Your only source is this video and your knowledge of what you've learned to see the application of that for the word of the day. So you can write a sentence using the word of the day, and if you write 10 sentences for 10 live streams, then you will be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. All right, so let's go back to our word of the day, the word technically. Okay, so let's say I'm talking to someone and they say, tomatoes are my favorite vegetables. And I would say to them, well, technically, tomatoes are fruits. So the use of technically there is because I am offering something that is truthful, and I'm saying, well, really and truly, tomatoes are not vegetables, they're fruits. So the technically is used to imply that there's a correction being made because maybe something has been misinterpreted another way. So go ahead, if you want to participate in the contest, write a sentence using technically as an adverb. And if you use the term correctly, then that will count towards 1 of 10 of the sentences for you to submit for the contest. Let's go on to Around the World. So I was reading on BBC this article by Jonathan Amos, and he was basically talking about how the United Arab Emirates, UAE, launched their first mission to Mars. It was a HOPE probe, and it should arrive on Mars February of 2021. And they're saying that this is one of 3 missions to Mars, and the country is really trying to challenge and break the barriers as it comes to space exploration. There are other countries, including the US, that have sent probes to Mars to see what's on the planet and kind of understand how it works and all of that. And UAE, they're trying to focus more on understanding how Mars lost air and water on the planet. So I thought that was really cool. We don't hear a lot about, well, I don't read a lot about scientific explorations or discoveries. And so the fact that the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, is doing this, I thought that was really wonderful. And so the other thing the article said was that the UAE satellite will study how energy moves through the atmosphere. I don't know if you've ever wondered, like, is there really life on Mars? But it would be cool to find out. I think that there are no limits. We are able to do so much, or at least the scientific community is able to do so much, that launching probes into Mars to just kind of see what's out there is not a terrible thing. I'd be curious to know what you think about countries and space programs doing things like this. Is it okay to like go and explore life on Mars and Saturn and Venus and Uranus and all those places? Or do you think that we should just focus on Earth and kind of be content with what we have on the Earth? Let me know in the comment section. All right, and then our last topic for today is the business English. So let's talk about business English. I think the first thing that we need to understand is that business English is like this huge circle, right? There's so much that we can learn and study when it comes to business English. And because there are different fields, there are different sectors, there's the finance sector, there's education, there's marketing and consulting, there's just so much in the business world that the whole topic of business English is just, it's a lot. So specifically what I wanted to talk about today was how to behave, what to say when you don't know what to say, but you want to sound confident. So we're going to go through 3 phrases, 3 statements that you can make, and not just what you say, but how you say it, so that you sound like you have every absolute idea. That doesn't really make sense. You have an idea of what you're saying when you really don't have any clue what you're saying. When you don't understand, but you want to sound confident, here's what you do. First one, you say, let me get back to you on that. And you want to do the I love the because it makes it seem like I'm thinking, like I'm being pensive. So someone says to me, Ethleen, what is the square root of 672? I'll respond, let me get back to you on that. Or what's the latest on the project? Or what's the latest on the thing you were working on? Let me get back to you on that. And it's basically because I don't know, like at that very moment, I have no idea what to say. I don't know what you want me to say. So I'm just going to get back to you. I'll, and see you later and talk to you about it. So that's the first one. The second one, I'll review the information and follow up later. So you were in a meeting and the person is asking me all these questions about like what's going on, what's the status, and I have no idea because I didn't read the report and I'm just completely like clueless. So I'll just say, I'll review the information and follow up later. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know. And then the third one, I believe the information is accurate. That one is my favorite because you're saying from my perspective, in my opinion, based on what I know, I think it's accurate. And it allows you a cushion because if the information is not accurate, then you didn't definitively say, oh yeah, it's right. You just said you believed it was right. So I was thinking when I interact with my clients and when I go to actual meetings with people, these are the things that I usually say. And if you hear me say one of these, it's probably because I have no idea what's going on. I can't really give you an answer on the spot, but I will get back to you. So let's review. Let me get back to you about that. I'll review the information and follow up later. I believe that information is accurate. And it makes you sound like you know what you're doing or you know what you're talking about, even though you don't. The next point that I wanted to bring up with as far as business English is concerned is terms or phrases that we use that talk about money. Now, there are a lot, so I just kind of broke it down into 2 main ones using the verb break. You can say, I'm flat broke. Like when someone says they're flat broke, it means they don't have money. Like they have no money at all. Their bank account says 0. I mean, you have to understand, it doesn't always necessarily mean the bank account literally says 0. It just means they don't have the funds to function or to do something. So it's a turn of phrase that we use just to imply I don't have the funds. And then someone can also say they broke the bank. So I broke the bank when I purchased my new car. And to break the bank means to spend more than I already have. So I had $10,000 to buy a car. I saw the cutest little Camry that was $12,000. I didn't have all the money, obviously, because I had the $10,000 cash in the bank. So, let's say I put the $2,000 on my credit card. I put that amount on my credit card. So now I have no money at all. And not just I have no money, I spent the cash that I had, and I put myself in $2,000 in debt because I put the rest of the balance on my credit card. So when you break the bank, it just means you spent more than you had anticipated or that you wanted to. Even if you have the money or you used credit, it doesn't matter. It just means your intention was to spend X amount, but you spent more than that. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you have expressions or topics that you want to talk about specifically as it relates to business English or English in general, that you want to hear how a native speaker would talk about these things, then feel free to use the form in the description or shoot us an email, info@speakwriteplay.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.